Oh, Wayne Alexander. Fuck, I messed that up.
I was messing with my mic cable the whole time. It's okay.
Yeah, mine
Wayne
flung around in my
Alexander.
front too.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Maybe let's put this behind our
Fuck.
jackets.
Wayne Alexander, don't.
Wayne Alexander, sorry.
He hates that.
All right, do it again. Olympians, we got them. The best beard in MMA got it in a huge bantamweight division showdown between two prospects. It's a historic day here in the city of Houston for Fury FC 80, and we are going to have a lot of fun on UFC Fight Pass. But first, we start our prelims right here on our Facebook and YouTube pages. And welcome in. It is time for these fighters to unleash their fury. I'm Rahil Ramzanali, joined by UFC veteran Alex Morono and the black belt himself, Michael Alexander. I mentioned Olympians, and we have a big one inside the cage today, Michael.
Yeah, Robelis Despaigne is a giant man. He is a bronze medalist in Taekwondo in the Olympics from Cuba. I can't wait to see this fight.
Absolutely. In that bantamweight division showdown, Wanderley against Melancon, two firecrackers. I can't wait. This could be a good one.
Yes.
So let's get things started right now. Join the fourth member of our broadcast crew. He's a man who's as hot as concrete in the city of Houston in a summer day. Here he is, Wayne Leggett. Olympians, we got them. The best beard in MMA got it in a huge bantamweight division showdown between two prospects. It's a historic day here in the city of Houston for Fury FC 80, and we are going to have a lot of fun on UFC Fight Pass. But first, we start our prelims right here on our Facebook and YouTube pages. And welcome in. It is time for these fighters to unleash their fury. I'm Raheel Ramzanali, joined by UFC veteran Alex Morono and the black belt himself, Michael Alexander. I mentioned Olympians, and we have a big one inside the cage today, Michael.
Yeah, Robelis Despaigne is a giant man. He is a bronze medalist in Taekwondo in the Olympics from Cuba. I can't wait to see this fight.
Absolutely. In that bantamweight division showdown, Wanderley against Melancon, two firecrackers. I can't wait. This is going to be a good one.
Yes.
So let's get things started right now. Join the fourth member of our broadcast crew. He's a man who's as hot as concrete in the city of Houston on a summer day. Here he is, Wayne Leggett.
Good afternoon, fight fans, and welcome to Escapade at Imagine Venues for Fury FC 80. Please welcome to the blue card for your opening preliminary contest, Joseph Aguilar.
All right, Kid Lightning making the walk to the Fury FC cage for the fifth time, riding a 3-fight losing streak. Michael has an overall record inside of the cage at 1-3. He's a guy who's always so close, but just can't finish the fights.
Yeah, Joseph Aguilar, like you said, on that 3-fight losing streak, but was 6-1 as an amateur. We talk about this a lot as your amateur record is not necessarily an indication of how your pro career is going to go. We've seen it work both ways, where the guys have gone undefeated as an amateur and then can't quite get it done as a pro. But Joseph Aguilar is one of those guys that's right on the edge. I mean, I know he's looking. Of course, he wants to win, but he is looking to fix that 3-fight losing streak today. And he thinks that he's going to get a dominant finish over Dominic Perez today.
And training out of Monsters Den and Strong Style MMA with the whole crew over there. So we'll see what he has. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Dominic Perez.
Dominic Perez, the Texas Outlaw. No wins thus yet. 0-3-1, fifth time inside the Fury FC cage, looking for that coveted first win, and so explosive, but just can't figure it out, can't get that win.
Yeah, and as a pro, those first wins are, in my opinion, they're all in your head. It's once you lose one, if you've got to get past that, you got to get past that mental break first before you get into your second fight. And sometimes it just doesn't happen for you. Dominic Perez is one of those guys that, trains really, really hard, has high aspirations for what he wants to do, not just in MMA, but for the MMA community outside of the cage. But, this guy is, he's the real deal. It's just really hard to say that whenever a guy's 0-3, but he's really, really good.
Coming off that split draw against Isaiah Torres, where he lost a point in the fight, which was the deciding factor, and could have been close. I want to welcome in Richard Burmaster, the VP of Talent and head matchmaker here at Fury FC, and a close friend of ours, and probably the best shaved head on the broadcast.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to take the best shaved head. I've got the best shaved head, but the best dress.
That's right.
This man.
Yeah, look.
He's like a walking
look
billboard.
right here in our cameras. Y'all, let us know on Instagram who has a better shaved head.
I mean, clearly, Mike's going to win.
Let's look at our tail of the tape, brought to you by Sheath Underwear. I know, Rich, you're wearing yours right now. The 30-year-old Dominic Perez, as we mentioned, looking for that first professional win, even on the height, and 4-inch reach advantage for Kid Lightning. Let's get our official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, your opening preliminary contest, brought to you by SheathUnderwear.com, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury FC Flyweight Division. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist is 5 feet 5 inches tall, and he weighed officially at 124.5 pounds. Fighting out of El Campo, Texas, today he looks for his second win as a pro. This is Kid Lightning, Joseph Aguilar. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, and he weighed in at 126.4 pounds. Fighting out of Pearland, Texas. Today, he looks for his first win as a pro. This is the Texas Outlaw, Dominic Perez. Your referee in charge of the action, Professor Joe Solis.
All right, Professor Joe Solis gets the first assignment of the night here on our prelims broadcast. Kid Lightning in the blue gloves, Perez in the red. Perez comes out swinging. Nice kick there from Kid Lightning.
Yeah, Kid Lightning could be the nickname of every 125er on the planet. Just want to make that clear. These guys are super fast.
Joseph is super fast. He's also so unorthodox in the way he throws his strikes in his time. You know, I heard you talking about Dom earlier. Joseph is 7-1 as a game with like 3 different titles.
Yeah.
It's just another guy who, like, when you make that change to the pro, the speed, the strength, the power, and little small things, every fight he lost, he was winning.
Yeah, and you've had a chance to work with him. Part of his fight camp was at Strong Style MMA. Head coach Samantha Burmaster, who's the true visionary.
Yeah, for sure. She's definitely the brains behind this, for sure.
But you've had a chance to work with him a little bit, and that's the big thing y'all have been working on is you're in the fight, you're controlling it. We just got to figure out how to finish this now.
Yeah, for Joseph, it's about winning moments. You know, he's so good. He really has not shown yet as a pro even the tip of how good he is. He's very composed. He has good pressure. His grappling is phenomenal. He has a purple belt, but he could very easily read a brown belt head towards black belt. He's very, very good. Beautiful spinning back kick there from Joseph. His timing on stuff was weird.
Yeah.
The timing, he just did that back kick. You didn't really see it. So sneaky with the shots.
Michael, we remember watching Dominic Perez against Isaiah Torres, and he looked so sharp. He just looked so much better than he had before.
Yeah, and, you know, both these guys, I mean, you can see it. And typically whenever someone is kind of chasing a victory, you know, you kind of see it in their stance. And both these guys are very relaxed right now. Both these guys defending well. You know, both guys are very active. So, you know, this is going to be one of those fights that it's going to be who wears down first. And then, you know, how do you react whenever you get that first punch to the chin or to the eye? And, you know, how do you come back from that?
Aguilar keeping his chin really high as he backs out. He's got to be careful though. Those overhands from Perez can sneak in there.
Perez also the owner of BJJ TXO Academy, former 2-division champ, training Drew Tychek as well, ACS MMA.
Drew's asking him to turn it up a little bit. You know, he's saying, "Hey man, we're not sparring right now." And yeah, you can kind of see that Dom isn't really committing to his shots. He's just kind of halfway throwing it right now. And every time he gets in there, that knee from Aguilar. Oh, so unorthodox, man. His timing with stuff.
Oh, there's that overhand left you talked about, Rich. And also Aguilar, whenever he's retreating, he's got to learn not to go straight back.
Yeah.
He is retreating straight back. Eventually, someone's going to chase him, and that cage is going to end his retreat. And he's going to run right into someone, and, you know, that's whenever those flying knees happen. That's whenever those Superman punches happen that really surprise you. That even if you block, they're really different. They can cause some damage.
You know, that's honestly where a lot of these young fighters can learn from going to an experienced boxing coach.
Oh, yeah.
Because boxing is all about finding your angles, not getting on the ropes. And, you know, in MMA, we do rely too much on getting straight back, hoping we can duck under and find a double or something of that nature. And he's retreating straight back, and, you know, Dominic keeps blitzing forward the way he is. It can be very dangerous for Joseph.
1:30 left in round one. First fight of the night on our prelims broadcast. Got 6 scheduled here for you on prelims, 8 on the main card. We go live at 4:30 p.m. on UFC Fight Pass, 4:30 Central. We have an audience from all over the world, which we appreciate. Thank you for all the comments on YouTube. Thanks for being kind to us. It's pretty rough there for a stretch there, but they like us now.
Well,
they
now
really like us.
Now that you've said that, you're going to get the worst vile stuff possible posted.
And it's funny, I see the comments 3 months later because I go back and watch the fights, right? And usually fighters on a 3-month schedule. So I'll see it 3 months later. I'm like, wait, and now it's too late to respond as well. Good use of the front kick there from Kid Lightning. Using it throughout round one.
Yeah, one thing you have noticed is that he's got a 4-inch reach advantage, and he's used it. He's able to reach Perez from places that Perez is not able to reach him.
Those low kicks, too, are starting to add up. You can see the movement from Perez is starting to slow down a little bit. Still, neither fighter's really committed to combinations yet. It's big explosive movements. A few jumping knees and some spinning back stuff from Aguilar. Nice elbow.
Nearing the 10-second mark.
Again.
And very active round one for both of these guys. Tough one to call. I think I'd have to give Aguilar the edge there in round one. I think he landed the better of the punches, but not a bad round for Dominic Perez.
Yeah, not at all. Just a slight advantage maybe, but Dominic got a little bit more aggressive after the halfway point. Take a look at our round one highlights.
Yeah, you see over and over, Perez landed that overhand left. He was kind of going in low, looking for some body shots, not really expecting those to land, but then following up with that overhand left. And it landed a few times. Very tricky striking there from Aguilar a few times. You see that overhand left there again. Lands right on the chin. Boy, Aguilar, no worse for the wear, though. Kept right on coming forward.
That woke up Aguilar. You see the eyes change?
Hey, the replay booth is on it tonight. Shout out to the guys in the truck.
They're always on it. Our friends at DNA Studios, who, by the way, award-winning broadcast for Fury FC. They won a telly for us.
Really?
So yeah.
You're welcome.
I was going to say, we should take credit for that.
They won in spite of us.
Yeah, that's right. That's what they would say, for sure.
No, we love our entire team there, Brian, Sam, the whole crew. They do such a great job. Round two.
And if you guys see what it takes to put on one of these shows, it's amazing that these guys continue to want to do this, week after week. It's pretty amazing.
Hey, shout out to Van, man, unspoken hero, help us out every night here. I hope you don't fall off the boat, man.
Yeah,
he's on the boat right now on a fishing trip watching us.
He's become bait for some kind of big wave.
Perez turning up the heat here a little bit in the second round, coming in being a little bit more aggressive. Maybe trying to match the striking style of Aguilar a little bit, trying to be a little more unpredictable.
This is where Perez was so good in that fight against Torres, is when he started getting more aggressive, started pushing forward a little bit more. That's where he started taking over. We'll see if he can continue here in round two. Attempt there.
Big right hand to the chin. Aguilar's got to be careful. Perez is starting to find a place for both hands. Those are landing hard.
I really would like to see Aguilar take this fight to the ground. It's pretty close on the field. Right now it's pretty close back and forth. His grappling is phenomenal. I really would like to see him, make an effort to maybe, there we go. He's get it to the ground.
He heard you, Rich.
My man.
It's almost like you know the fighter.
Yeah, I think he said watch this right before he did that.
Yeah. I have an idea here, Rich. What do you think about this? The Fury Unleashed podcast, which you can get everywhere right now. One of my favorite podcasts. Love the recaps and the previews that you guys do. And again, I think the invitation to be on the podcast got lost in the mail. It's okay.
Yeah, it did.
Look, the postal service is overworked. It's hot outside.
Did you check your facts?
I did. There's nothing there. But I did get a car warranty request, another one on my fax line. But what are your thoughts about doing a Fury Unleashed live broadcast while we call the fights?
Man, honestly, the hardest part about that, it sounds amazing. It sounds phenomenal to do a watch-along. It's so hard for Eric and I to get away from what we're doing when the show starts.
Work.
Yeah, we actually have to do our jobs. And like right now, I've got a young kid, shout out to Caleb, an aspiring photographer in my family who wants to get out there, so he's able to help me. Hey man, come shoot for a little bit. And he's excited about not getting paid to do work. So man, it actually sounds phenomenal. Watch along, it would be great.
Nice. Very nice. Dominic doing a good job of making sure he stayed clear of those legs. He did not get trapped in the guard.
Has a nasty guillotine that he can readjust, and he switches to Darces very well.
Yeah, I'm not surprised with those long arms, those long, thin arms. Those Darce chokes.
Hanging
favorite of mine also.
Man, hanging on that head too long. Yeah, Mike, you know you can't just hang on to that head when the guy's already passing your side control.
No, once those knees have passed, you got to let go of that head and start defending to get away. And unfortunately, in these positions, side control and mount, you're going to take a little bit of punishment whenever you're trying to get out of there. But you cannot get in these positions.
You know, oddly enough, he's framing on the opposite side with his legs, too. Like that's not really stopping the mount. I don't know if he's maybe trying to work and set up a buggy choke or something of that nature.
It looked like he was trying to land some knees from side control. That's a losing battle, I can assure you of that.
That is a good, tight side control from Perez.
Aguilar's got usually a pretty good switch here to be able to get out. He'll start to dig for underhooks on that left side. Let's try to sweep that knee back inside. But, man, Perez's side control is so tight here.
Under 1 minute left. And that left elbow was scraping up against the neck of Aguilar.
Yeah, I mean, Aguilar's trying to do some damage to show that he's doing something from the bottom, but the route needs to be, he's got to get up right here.
Yeah, he really needs to get up, and his left arm's in a little bit of trouble. I don't know what Perez's grappling chops are, but his left arm's just in a little bit of trouble. There's a really nice way to figure four the way he was framing right there in the front, but free now. Aguilar looking like he's just trying to hold the posture down, maybe trying to get stood up.
It's really hard to get out of side control. Professor Joe Solis is going to let you have side control, man. He's not going to stand you up there.
Yeah, especially whenever Perez is, he's landing punches. He's active from the top. So, yeah, got to be careful here.
Ooh, nice little butt kick.
Nice kick to the butt.
Right to the groin.
Am I allowed to say the G word?
Can we say taint?
I didn't want to say taint. I was going to say gooch, right in the gooch.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the grumpy.
Yeah, what's the medical term for that spot? Maybe we can use that.
Where's Shannon Orsack at? Let me ask him real quick.
Here we go, second round. Dominic Perez turning up the heat just a little bit. You see a hard body kick there landed by Aguilar, and it looked like Perez, it just kind of, brought the dog out in him. He started to take over the round. I think that's definitely a Dominic Perez round. Went for the takedown, got a big takedown here, cleared the legs, got the side control, and then this is kind of how it ended right up until the taint kick, and you'll see it happen right here. No, that wasn't. Looked like that was a clean kick right to the back of the hamstring. I know that hurts, but yeah, not a foul there. It looked like to us on the replay.
Man, I think that takedown and holding the side control probably gave Perez that round. Yeah, so it's probably 1-1 going into this final round.
That's how I've got it.
All right, third and final round. Good start to the card.
I think both of these fighters, as a coach, you want to see them take a risk at this point. You got upside down records. You're fighting another guy with an upside down record. Take a risk. Let's try and finish this fight. Don't go to the judges.
Man, I just feel like, I think you're right, Rich, and I think if one of those guys would pour it on with some combinations and then just be relentless in their pressure, for a minute, I feel like this fight would, that person would take over the other person.
So generally when Aguilar starts throwing these overhands, you're going to see him, he's starting to get comfortable. He may look to take flight and throw a flying knee. Like, he loves to throw flying knees. And man, I'm all for it. But also right now, the risk, if you get held down, he wasn't able to get back up.
Yeah.
Sure, he probably had a chance to train that flying knee. Was Aliman around?
Yes, he was.
Man.
Yes, he was. That all-star Aliman making his pro debut in 827.
Oh, official.
Yes, sir.
All
official.
Right.
Contracts are signed. Time to go make some money.
High kick there.
Yeah, another nice low kick. Aguilar was doing well with those low kicks in the first round, but he kind of gave up on them in the second. See how Perez's bottom game is now.
Aguilar's very good at high stepping over to half guard. Let's see if he starts to work that and get in there. He's got to address the high guard here.
Nice little omoplata transition there. Let's see, omoplata's not great in MMA, but let's see if he can use it as an opportunity here to maybe get himself in a better position. So very awkward position there for Aguilar.
Yeah. So this position is Mackenzie Dern's, one of her favorite spots to get to. She omoplatas and takes your back and chokes you out there. He's got to get that arm free and turn into him.
That left arm is
There's a lot of pressure on that arm, man.
Yeah.
Almost like a...
Ooh, that bend right now.
Good job from Aguilar to retain top position. But he's got to do some damage.
Yeah, Perez trying to change the angle. Looks like he's trying to get him back in that omoplata position.
A few seconds to recover here for both fighters. Output just dropping a little bit as we just crossed the halfway point of our final round in our first fight. By the way, Fight Clock brought to you by OnlyFans. Make sure you subscribe to the Fury FC OnlyFans page for exclusive content and every single image from tonight's event. All you fighters out there.
And special feet pics.
Oh, yay.
Sorry if it's mine.
Yeah,
sorry in advance.
Who's feet pic? All right, take a look at our this little split screen action for our viewers at home. 2 angles for the price of 1.
Yeah, you see Dominic Perez on the bottom again. He's trying to change that angle. In order for that to be effective, he's got to get Aguilar off center. He's got to get him to one side or the other. Whichever side he's going to, he's got to push the head to the other side and kind of isolate that arm. And there's a couple different options from there. You switch to the arm bar from the guard, which is not likely at this stage of an MMA fight. It's very, very difficult when they're this slippery.
Perez's corner is imploring him to wrestle up, get up. Oh, Joe Soley stopping the action here.
There really wasn't much being done there, in my opinion.
Joe Soley's had enough of that.
You know that there wasn't, but I would definitely like to see make the fighter get up. You work hard to get someone on the bottom, make him get up. Big head kick there from Aguilar. We got about a minute to impress the judges right now.
Yeah, I don't think either one of these guys want this to go to the judges. This has been a great fight so far, but, both guys have done well, but it's really unpredictable right now. This third round is really close.
Beautiful step-in knee there from Aguilar. See if he can follow. His knees are nice, man. Again, chin up on the way out.
Yeah, nice left hand there from Dominic Perez.
All right, 30 seconds left. Who has the round right now in your eyes?
If Aguilar finishes this takedown, I'll probably give it to him. Yeah, I would. Well, Perez bumped it right up. It's a very close round. The biggest damage has come from Aguilar, but there's been a lot of control from Perez, man. He's landed some shots as well. I don't know. It's super close. I'm extremely biased.
Yeah. This is
Aguilar had the control. Sorry, Michael.
Yeah.
The damage, I would say it's kind of even. Really not much damage to show right now. We'll see how the judges scored. It'll also be our first look at what the judges are weighing here tonight in Houston for Fury FC 80. Take a look at our highlights for round 3 as the judges calculate everything up.
Yeah, I think Aguilar started the round with that leg kick again, and, he kind of abandoned those after the first round. But to me, this is the highlight of the third round here. Perez, not able to do a ton of damage from here, but had him stuck. And, if he was able to keep him in that position for a little bit longer, that might have been what swayed the judges. Still maybe. A couple of takedown attempts from Aguilar, not able to get him down. I don't know. This is going to be a really, really close one. Or able to get him down, but Perez was able to jump right back up. But neither fighter really did much damage in the third round. Even with the omoplata and, holding him there and had his face wide open, he was kind of barely hitting him with the back of his fist and not really causing any damage. That could have been devastating, but this is going to be a tough one.
All right, just want to lay out. We mentioned Despaigne against Travis Gregoire. That's going to be our co-main for our prelims. And if you want to just see the size discrepancy, go to our Instagram page. Just look up Fury FC on Instagram, and you will see on the reel from yesterday how big Despaigne is.
Look, I'm not a tiny person, but there's a few people, and he's one of them that makes me go, man, I'm not a real person, am I?
To give you some scale, Eric Garcia is 6'2". And so that'll tell you how big Despaigne is.
All right, let's go inside to see how the judges scored this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision, brought to you by OnlyFans. All 3 judges scored the fight 29-28, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Kid Lightning, Joseph Aguilar.
Wow, unanimous decision win for Kid Lightning. What do you guys think?
I mean, 29-28, I mean, that's kind of the way you thought it would go. It was just unclear about which way it would go. But anytime you leave it to the judges when it's that close, you've got to expect that one guy's going to be extremely disappointed.
I definitely think the bigger actions, the bigger damage was done by Aguilar, but again, extremely close.
All right, let's go inside the way to meet our next fighter.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Alex De La Cruz.
Alex De La Cruz, first time inside the Fury FC cage. Michael, he won his debut last summer in August.
Yeah, he looks like he's taking a year between fights to get better and better. But this guy is he won his debut by TKO in round 2. This guy was another one of those guys that was 5-0 as an amateur. All but one of his wins went the decision. But so he's used to going the distance, and that helps a lot, making the transition from amateur to pro. But when you get a TKO, it doesn't really matter. So it doesn't really matter what length the rounds are. But Alex De La Cruz is a very exciting fighter. He's young at 26 years old. He's got time, but he's quit taking a year off between fights.
Yep, is a wrestling coach as well. Our rare New York fighter. We don't get too many fighters from New York, but Alex is coming here training at Animals MMA, fighting out of Yonkers, hometown of Ossining. I've never heard this town in New York. So shout out to them. Let's go meet his opponent. Here's Wayne.
Please welcome to the red corner, Gene Patrick.
Gene Patrick making his Fury FC debut. Man, I cannot wait to watch this young man. Also making his American debut, Rich.
Yes. Yeah, he's one of the guys that he trains out there of Sucabaco Diego Lima. He's got Thomas Almeida, former UFC superstar, in his corner. Junior Oliveira, brother of Charles Oliveira, another black belt as well, in his corner. Comes from an extremely experienced camp. And from what I've been told and what I've seen on video, this kid's hands and feet are lightning.
Yep.
Now he's got to deal with the wrestling of Alex De La Cruz, a multiple-time state champion wrestler. Alex De La Cruz,
wrestled at Iowa Central. Yeah, really good. If you wrestled at any college that starts with Iowa, you are a good wrestler.
Michael, Gene Patrick, 2-0, first time, as I mentioned, inside the Fury FC cage, made his debut last year in March. Got a finish, and then his second fight went the distance, so has gone a little bit, has gotten some time, doesn't have any amateur fights under his belt, but as you mentioned, working out and training at Chute Box, it doesn't matter. AMI fights don't matter there because it is an intense fight camp and an intense gym.
Yeah, that Chute Box camp reminds me of the Pat Miletich camps of the old days where, it was absolutely brutal. If you were a visitor and tried to go there, you may not walk out of there alive. It's crazy.
I've been lucky both to train at both under Miletich fighting systems as well as Macaco's Gold Team, Diego Lima system out here. And you're 100% right.
Yeah.
You walk in the room that night, someone's getting knocked out. You hope it's not you that night.
Yeah.
All right, both fighters are inside. This is our tail of the tape, brought to you by Howlerhead Whiskey. You see that 3-inch height advantage for De La Cruz and the reach advantage as well for this flyweight showdown. Here's Wayne Leggett for our official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by Howlerhead Whiskey, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury FC flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, this freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 125.6 pounds. Fighting out of Yonkers, New York, he holds a professional record of 1 win, no losses. This is the boss, Alex De La Cruz. introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in at 125.6 pounds. Fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, he holds an undefeated record, 2 wins, no losses. This is G. Patrick. Your referee in charge, JJ Ferraro.
So are we going to have to yell, hey, at every strike connect?
Every kick. Every leg kick is a hey. If a big punch lands, hey.
Gotta do that. Brazil. All right, here we go. Blue gloves for De La Cruz, red for Patrick. Gene Patrick, American debut.
Hey, shout out to those LSU Tigers winning right now, baby. Let's go.
College World Series.
How's Texas doing?
Well, they can't catch routine fly balls, so they're at home.
Speaking of being at home, Alex De La Cruz has got Gene Patrick down already.
This is what you have to do, right, Michael, as a wrestler?
Yeah.
Implement what you can.
Yeah, and especially if you know you're going against a guy from a tough camp who's undefeated, you know, the wrestling-based style is not the most exciting, but you don't want to get in there and try to fight someone else's fight, especially a guy as skilled as Gene Patrick.
Great job by Patrick there to get back up. Let's see if he can unleash his hands a little bit.
Going back and watching Alex De La Cruz's fight, his pro debut, he did a really good job of using his legs. Had some really good leg kicks. We'll see if he can get some connected here against a better striker.
Got the Boha starting already?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, you hear that. Their corner's pretty close to our booth here. They're not talking to us. They're not talking to the fighters. They're talking to the judges.
That's right.
Just so you know.
That's right. Super smart. Hey, look, sometimes as a coach, you got to convince the judges how good your fighter's doing.
Yeah. You got to keep up with those significant strikes for them. Both guys taking their time, trying to find the range. Ooh, very nice.
De La Cruz showing some power in that right hand.
Yeah, Alex De La Cruz dropping Gene Patrick. Right there, it looked like it surprised Patrick a little bit. Got to be careful here. Once they're tangled up like this fight is going to the mat. Patrick already bleeding out of his nose pretty profusely.
Man, what a connect.
Yeah, there's that duck around. Going for the back here.
Beautiful grappling,
man. Look at the control. Alex De La Cruz overwhelming Patrick here. Got his back.
Oh, nice reversal there.
Oh, here we go. Just like that. 2 more Kid Lightnings here.
To mount.
Oh, man. What a scramble here.
Looks like his knee line's pretty clear. No danger there. He just stepped right back into it.
Yeah, and he's like diving in there, knees first.
Jean Patrick, no fear of getting in here and grappling with this crazy wrestler down here. And again, straight to mount. Now, I will say there is clearly a difference in wrestling when you're standing and getting them down, and then the scramble ability when you're flattened out by a guy who knows jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, if you can put a wrestler somewhere on the ground, you want them on their back for sure, and then just change positions again.
Wow, what a fun fight on the ground. Advantage. De La Cruz for the moment. Looks like a little recovery here from both guys because that was a fun scramble.
Yeah, Kid Lightning, Alex De La Cruz versus Kid Lightning, Gene Patrick in the cage right now. See Alex De La Cruz trying to get this back to the feet. Maybe wanting to exchange a little bit before he gets into another exchange with him. Nice duck under there. Really nice. There's that lateral throw. Alex talks about this all the time. Alex Morono, he does not like those lateral throws for this reason. The risk is just too high. He's got the neck here.
Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful suplex. He's pulling into a Darce.
Is this
That's
in tight
there.
enough?
He needs to turn his hand just a little bit. That can be very tight.
If he can drop to his hip on the side or step over to mount, man, beautiful to finish it. He needs this arm back inside.
20 seconds to work with. Grip
to the other side
now.
He's going to drop down for the try for the anaconda.
10 seconds left. Alex De La Cruz survives a big scare.
What a close round.
Oh, man. Wow. All right, so you got the big damage here on the face of Patrick. But in my opinion, Patrick had bigger moments in terms of getting out of tougher spots.
I don't know, man. I think dropping Patrick in the first round, I think that's going to win it, you know, along with the wrestling and the takedowns of De La Cruz. In my eyes, that's going to win it for De La Cruz. You see here that big right hand there, and you know Patrick's feet may have been just a little bit forward there. Now that we've seen it again, it doesn't look as much like a takedown as it does look like a trip on Patrick's part. Nevertheless, it doesn't matter what we think. The judges are the ones that are making the decision here. Nice little Darce choke set up.
You know, it's one of those things like when you have definitive moments. Definitively, he was dropped.
Yeah.
That wasn't a definitive submission. I mean, it's an attempt.
Yeah.
But how deep was it?
Yeah. I mean, an anaconda is really difficult to finish. Right. And, you know, I called it a Darce, an anaconda actually. Then he switched to a Darce. But that's very, very difficult to finish in an MMA fight. You have to be really, really good at them. And that was an opportunity submission there for Patrick. So I don't know if he's a submission specialist with the Darce anaconda chain, but if you're not, it's really difficult.
Big kick to start. I have a feeling the judges' scorecards might not matter in this fight because there's going to be a finish here the way these guys are out putting big flurries and attempts.
Now, Patrick started off with that leg kick. It looks like they would prefer to take the base out of De La Cruz, but every time you pick one of those legs up off the floor to throw a kick, you take the chance of him exploding through your body and getting that takedown. Really difficult to defend a takedown on 1 foot.
Interestingly enough, we're not really seeing a lot of level changes from De La Cruz, which would kind of throw off Patrick a little bit. He's just kind of plodding forward, and when his opportunity's there, he grabs.
Yeah, he's not. You expect some feints. You would expect that, you know, part of his moving forward would have feints into that changing levels and into those takedowns. To at least see what the hands do. Oh, nice left hand there from Patrick. See if he turns it up here. De La Cruz went to his wrestling. Got to make you wonder, especially from that space, make you wonder if that hurt him a little more than it showed.
Nice takedown there.
Oh, beautiful. Right into mount.
Outside trip takedown for Patrick. That was beautiful.
Yeah, and I think the key to keeping De La Cruz down here is you have to constantly be attacking submissions. Make him defend whenever you're afraid to posture up, because as soon as he postures up to throw punches, he's going to explode out of there. So yeah, this is good. Affecting the neck, affecting the breathing. He's got that muffler choke over the nose. He's trying to smother him right here.
Yeah, just annoying.
It's almost like he's trying to work an Ezekiel in there, but you can't tell if his hand's deep enough. Because I know it's under. Oh, for sure. No. Just trying to smother him down, wear him out. Mike, you know what that's like.
That's
Tear
right.
him on the mouth.
It's the mother's milk submission there.
That's a hard pass for me.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I need to make a note of that. If I ever roll over heel.
Yeah, mother's milk. Mother's milk, yeah.
Rich has rolled with me enough. We're rolling. I'm good.
Oh, I love that submission.
And just like we said, De La Cruz, as soon as he gave him some space, as soon as he stopped attacking, De La Cruz was able to reverse this. Now he's on top, working from the guard of Gene Patrick.
Man, so impressed with both fighters making their Fury FC debuts here. Another 2 fighters to throw into our always exciting flyweight division, where if you can get to the top of our flyweight division, you will be getting the call to the UFC.
1,000%. All of our flyweight champions, we don't have one right now because they all win. Hey, congratulations to Josh Van. Got that victory out there in Jacksonville, but Josh Van, CJ Vergara, Jacob Silva, all of our past 3 champions have left.
Ooh. And we were going to crown a new one tonight in our main event that got scrapped yesterday due to weight issues from Josh Walker. So do want to send some love to Alberto Trujillo. I know he was excited for that fight.
We should have a fun announcement later.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't we have an announcement about that later, Rich?
Oh, we'll wait till we get on the main broadcast there, but I'm sure there's a little something we can talk about.
They're re-upping us for 5 years, Michael. That's the announcement, right, Rich?
Yeah, that's right.
The announcement. Quadruple pay for everyone.
No, we're on probation every show.
Yes.
So we know that.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. One slip up or they find somebody better, we're out of here.
You would think we'd have some leverage with you and touching it, you know?
Yeah.
But it's quite the opposite.
Yeah.
It's quite the, he's on us.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, good knee there.
I think De La Cruz kind of taken over this round in the second half. Patrick did a good job, was in the mount, didn't really cause any damage, had that smother submission attempt, but man, you're going to have a really hard time smothering a guy who's a college
powerbomb
wrestler.
attempt.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that.
A little old school Kane action here going on.
That was a Cirque du Soleil there.
Man, that is a taxing move.
It's hard, man. Like, in the moment, you're like, I just want to do something, get this guy off of me. And the other side, you're like, I'm using so much energy to try to get this guy off of me.
And you see, he tried that lateral throw again and ends up on the bottom.
All right, so we go to the third round.
I think I've got it 1-1, guys.
Yeah, same here.
Round 2 highlights.
Now, what a tough round here. Patrick starts out with that big left hand right there. Looks like it stumbled De La Cruz just a little bit and then got into this mount, got in, as soon as he gave him some space, De La Cruz ends up on top and then kind of controls the rest of the round here. Big slam there. This is not Submission Hunter Pro, so that doesn't gain you anything, here, but showing good control, showing definitely a dominant, well, it's really hard to say dominant ground game because Alex De La Cruz and Patrick and Gene Patrick seem to be very similar as far as their chops on the ground. It's just in a different area.
Yeah.
The wrestling advantage definitely goes to De La Cruz. It looks like the jiu-jitsu of Gene Patrick is very, very good. Just one kind of equalizing the other.
Really good matchup between two flyweights looking to make some noise here at Fury FC.
Man, I don't think it's just our champ. I think we've got 6 guys in the flyweight division that could fight in the UFC right now. That flyweight and bantamweight division of ours is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, to be fair, I'm biased. All of our divisions are absolutely stacked. Like you look at the card tonight of our 45-pound division. I want to say we have 4 guys on the card tonight who could all get called up for the win.
Yeah.
Yadier Devalle, Michael Aswell. You've got Matt Jones taking on Justice Torres. He's coming off main eventing as well. So many good fighters here at Fury FC and in the city of Houston.
Yeah, city of Houston, we're extremely blessed to be in this amazing city with these great gyms. We're lucky, man. We're so lucky to be here. Love H-Town. I'm really, it's shocking. Normally to this part of a fight, having a wrestler like De La Cruz, I would be imploring the takedowns and control, but he hasn't necessarily won the grappling exchanges.
No, there's definitely some risk there in taking Gene Patrick down to the ground. They're basically even in the striking exchanges. One got dropped in the first round, one almost got dropped in the second round. So very, very even in the striking exchanges, it looks like.
A little limber on that front leg is De La Cruz.
Patrick's really starting to land with these kicks right now. On cue. Ooh, fake spinning to the backhand.
Superman punch just misses.
Little Ronda Rousey head and arm there. I think you have to stay off your back this round. This fight is so close.
Body lock here from De La Cruz. He's got to be careful, though. He tried this lateral throw, and Gene Patrick has showed he's very good at facing him during that lateral throw attempt. Twice now he's tried the lateral throw and ended up on the bottom. From a heavy, heavy control position. Both hands locked around the waist.
Front kick there. By the way, for those of you wondering where Alex Morono is, he's going to be cornering Sean Canard in the next fight, so he's back there with his fighter getting ready. That's why Rich Burmaster is on with us right now. And if you want more of Richard, you can download the Fury Unleashed podcast, available everywhere you get your podcasts.
They probably don't. They probably don't need more of me. It's all right.
Yeah, or you can make an appointment with his probation officer. And she'll be happy to let you.
Send her a letter, please.
It's weird hearing Richard talk sober right now.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, we did a radio show for years. We were sober, man. Come on.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while.
Now, I listen to you on the podcast. I'm like, man, that howler
that's 10 a.m., boys. 10 a.m. We start recording.
Yeah, no wonder we're not a guest on there. They're like, Mike and Raheel are not going to start drinking at 10 with us.
No, like, you guys have, like, jobs.
By the way, Live Oak Vodka is going to be joining as well.
Yes.
Official sponsor.
Yeah, they're our new official sponsor. They'll be sending us some vodka out to have on the show. So we'll have some screwdrivers and some other vodka drinks and tequila sunrises. No, that's not tequila, vodka. Vodka sunrises and throw down, man. It's going to be great.
Got the whiskey covered, vodka covered.
Very soon. Hey, listen, I don't envy these judges here, but right now, actually, we've got some pretty experienced judges watching this fight. Experienced as far as grappling goes.
Yeah.
One of our judges is a former fighter. Our judge Ryan over here is a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I don't know about the third. I can't see who it is, but this is an extremely, extremely close fight.
Yeah, I'm not sure how this third round is going right now in terms of who has the advantage. Maybe somebody can take it here in the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think this is where it's going to be taken, either by, if they think De La Cruz is winning and he stays in this position and doesn't take much damage, he may still win. But if he, ends up losing here, this exchange, then, this may be what puts Patrick over the top.
Yeah, finishing the round in the point of control is really going to be a big difference here. This is an extremely close fight. I guess I really don't have a clue.
All right, so we'll see how the judges score it. We'll leave it up to them. Man, really fun fight. Let's take a look at our round 3 highlights.
Yeah, round 3, you see De La Cruz land a little bit there on the, right as the round started. But this was just another grappling exchange. But this time, no one really took a dominant position. It was kind of, you see right there, De La Cruz was in position to take a dominant position and wasn't able to capitalize on it. So the third round's closer than any of the first or second. So this is a really difficult. We had it 1 round apiece going into the third. And the third was just so close and razor sharp. I think one of these guys is going to be extremely disappointed because I'm sure both of them think they won.
Check this out. It's going to be a fun upcoming month of fights. We've got Fury FC 81 in San Antonio, Texas, back at the Techport. Man, what a venue. Then the Sub Hunter debut on UFC Fight Pass for Sub Hunter Pro 84 right here from the city of Houston on July 23rd. And then we will be back here again August 27th for Fury FC 82. Little Birdie told me we're heading back to Tulsa as well. So it's going to be a fun few months here for Fury. You can get all your tickets at furyfc.tv. All right, let's go inside to see how the judges scored this. Here is Wayne Leggett.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision. brought to you by Live Oak Vodka. All three judges score the fight 29-28, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Alex De La Cruz.
All right, Alex De La Cruz gets the win. What do you guys think? Quickly.
It was an extremely close fight. You know, I could see where he picked up the victory. I probably think Gene Patrick did a little bit more. But again, the grappling, the exchanges, the power, the drop in the first round. It's about winning those moments.
All right, let's go inside to Wayne to meet our next fighter.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Garrett Foster.
All right, time to get some big boys out of here. Heading to our middleweights. Garrett Foster made his debut earlier this year, Michael. Lost his debut, 0-1. He's also never won an amateur fight. Looking for that coveted first win overall.
Yeah, and that's it's a tough spot to be in, especially, you're going against a guy who's 4-0 as an amateur and, making his pro debut. But this is a really difficult thing to do. It's, at this point, it may just be fighting to get his first victory, and then, once he does that, that may be it. Or he may be, he's 29 years old, so he's still got a little bit of time. But yeah, this is a really tough position to be in. But it's also a dangerous position for his opponent because he has nothing to lose. Yep. He is, he may be just saying, I'm going to throw this out there, and he's a middleweight, so he's probably walking into the cage right now at over 200 pounds. They weigh in at 185. They have a day to rehydrate and recover. Usually you gain, about, 7 or 8, 9% of your body weight back. So he's 200 pounds or more going in here. A 200-pound guy hits very, very hard. And, these fights are not jiu-jitsu competitions. They're not wrestling competitions. These are fights. So every person in there has a puncher's chance. And, a 200-pound guy hitting another 200-pound guy, that's, he connects well. Really nothing you can do about that. It can be over in a second.
All right, let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Sean Kennard.
There he is, the best beard in MMA. You see him on the screen. You see him walking out now. Sean Canard. You'll see Alex Morono there in just a second in the bottom right of your screen. Finally making that debut. Went 4-0 as an amateur. Got the amateur strap as well. We call that fight and so much fun. He's just a beast, man.
Yeah, he is so big. I saw him before the fight walking across the parking lot, and I was like, is that one of the heavyweights? And then I just saw him from the back, and then I turned around. He turned around, I saw the beard, and, I was like, oh, that's Sean. Sean coming out, he calls himself Top Gun. And that is not because of the movie. In spite of the movie being his walkout music, he is actually a firearms instructor. And, due to his proficiency with a pistol, that's why they started calling him Top Gun. He owns let's go to the tail of the tape.
Yeah, quickly, our tail of the tape brought to you by Live Oak, Texas Vodka. The 34-year-old Sean Canard making his pro debut, even on the height 2-inch reach advantage for Sean Canard. Let's get inside the cage for our official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest brought to you by Live Oak Vodka is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury FC middleweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This freestyle fighter stands 6 feet tall and he weighed in officially at 181.8 pounds. Fighting out of Dallas, Texas, today he looks for his first win as a pro. This is the Wolfman, Garrett Foster. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This mixed martial artist stands 6 feet tall and he weighed in at 188.2 pounds. Fighting out of the Woodlands, Texas, today he makes his professional debut. This is Top Gun, Sean Kennard. Your referee in charge of the action, Patrick Patlon.
All right, got a little treat here. The Texas Zombie, Cody Owens, joining us here for the broadcast. Usually hear him on Fury Challenger Series broadcasts and all of our amateur cards as well. Cody, welcome in, man. How you been?
I'm great, guys. Thanks for having me on the broadcast today. Special little treat just got here, and I get to call some fights, so I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah, it's special guest day here at Fury Fighting Championships. We have Richard Burmeister, now Cody Owens.
By the way, blue gloves for Garrett Foster, the Wolfman, red for Sean Canard. Fight Clock brought to you by OnlyFans. Canard making that debut. Finally had the herniated disc earlier in his career as well. Has worked so hard to get to this debut. Had a really fun amateur career as well.
Here in the corner over there, the great Alex Morono, which I'm sure he'll be in the broadcast booth kicking me out very shortly to take over. But his guy in the cage right now doing some great clinch work. Like to see some head position change there to really be able to dominate the position even a little bit better.
Yeah, Garrett Foster standing a little tall. I don't think he's fighting hard enough for that underhook on the right side there. He's to push that arm through and change the head, change the side, like you said, Cody. Change the head position. He needs to get a little lower. At least Sean is lower than he's able to get underneath the weight of Garrett Foster.
All right, you see Cody, by the way. Wave to everyone, Cody.
Yeah, the Fury broadcast just got better looking. Cody Owens over here.
Go. You see a little bit of a switch of position there for just a moment. Garrett was able to get the underhook and turn, but Sean still very persistent, keeping that clinch going.
Yeah, Sean, a former SWAT officer, a firearms instructor. Now, he's about to be doing some retreats. Ooh, big slam there from Sean Canard. This is not a good situation. That's a big man to have on top of you, inside control.
He was setting that up for a while there.
Yeah, we talked about Garrett Foster, he hasn't been able to win a fight yet, in amateur or pro. And you can see that he's got some technical gaps in his game. Just a little bit of positioning, that he could improve very, very easily, that he's either choosing not to do or he just doesn't know how to do yet. But Sean Canard is a very technical grappler, very, very good fighter.
And just as you say so there, he's able to transition to the back now, looking for the rear naked choke for sure.